Good morning, baby whales. How are you all doing today, mini dolphins and tiny little penguins? Are you guys ready to march? Because I totally am. I'm just putting down my headphones. Let's do this, guys. I want to talk about Bitcoin. It has fallen as expected, and it will fall more. You guys have to accept that fact, okay? That it will fall more. We're going to talk about some charts that I posted earlier. I'm just going to save it here, and we're going to open it up. And I'll go over it in detail with you guys in a little bit. But before we do that, let's talk about our WXY corrective pattern here, okay? WXY, right in here. This is a really good point. Now this has ABC in here with a truncated C position is what I'm calling it. Right, that makes ABC. This is our impulse wave up that fails. And then we get another ABC coming down like this right in here somewhere, okay? ABC, where that makes 5 waves as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now that we got that out of the way, great. We're going to summarize as well what's been going on. If you guys appreciate these videos that I'm making, I would also appreciate an upload on Steemit. That'd be great. And if you guys, make sure you also like, subscribe, and share, of course. If you guys are not following me on all 3 social media platforms that I use, Steemit, YouTube, and Twitter, you might be missing out on the best of both worlds. Excuse me there. Because I posted my blog on there and my charts as well, right? So, you know, a lot of people are constantly asking me, oh, where do I find this? Where do I find that? It would be in your best interest to make sure you guys also know where to find information, just because I can't get to every single person to answer where they are, right? And I used to do it a lot because I felt bad, but now I completely just ignore it when people are like, oh, did you do an analysis on this? You guys gotta make sure that you're also preserving your time, right? Managing time is very important. So we had this channel in here, which I should probably draw a little bit better. I'm going to be very familiar with Bitcoin over the next few, this whole year, guys. I'm going to be one with Bitcoin. In terms of doing a lot of analysis on it, I want to be one of the main people that you guys can count on for reliable analysis. So let's draw it like that. Now here we get a support trend line with a few bear breaks in here, right? Or bear traps, rather. And then we're going to call this as well. Yeah, we already called that WXY. We went over that. Now, actually, did we? I don't remember if we did or not. I don't think we did. So I'm going to call this my W, X, and my Y right here. I apologize if I went over it already. I really don't remember. ABC like that. This is the X that denotes the wave failure. This is the ABC right here. Whoops. This is ABC, and this is the 5 waves coming down to complete the C structure. And we've officially completed that wave right there. Now the next part is now, I'm probably just going to move that up a little bit. Actually, it's pretty good. It's not bad. I don't mind that. It's just something like that. Now the next part is drawing our supports and resistances for this channel. Channels are a beautiful thing, right, guys? I hope you guys got in on that. I want you guys to know something, okay? I took a poll, and the poll went something like this. During this downtrend, did you short? That was on one option. Second option was, are you holding? Are you in a long position? You're holding at a loss, right? And then the third option was, did you stick to your stop losses? And the fourth option was, are you waiting? Are you neutral and you're waiting? Excuse me, let me just have a sip of my apple juice here. So a lot of people actually said I stuck to my stop loss. I want you guys to know that I'm really, really happy that you guys did, okay? Never, if you are a swing trader or a day trader, hold and hope, guys. It's not a good thing to do because it sets you up for very bad habits down the road, okay? You have to make sure that you're sticking to your stop loss because it creates a strong mental discipline that you keep. It creates a very... I got a cough. Give me a second. I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. It creates a strong discipline and it sets you up for success in the future. If you guys do not stick to your stop loss and then you're a trader, all of a sudden if you're holding, you're now an investor, okay? So you got to make sure you know what kind of trader you are. Holding and hoping simply does not work, guys. It sets you up for failure down the road because you cannot develop that discipline and mental game. I really mean it. You guys got to make sure you stick to those stop losses. It will set you up for success down the road. You got to remember as well, if you're losing and you stuck to your stop loss, and I'm very happy for you guys. I'm happy because you guys are going to use this loss as a valuable learning experience, right? The best time that you learn is when you lose. If you only win, you're never going to know how to become better, because it's the losses that really toughen you guys up, right? So please remember that when you lose, you get to review all of these mistakes that you've made, and you'll know better for next time. You got to keep losing. I can't even count how many times I was in a horrible position and I regretted it so much, right? That I'm like, oh, Jesus, if I had just held, I would have broken even or something like that. No, you don't want to get into that kind of mentality where it bounces back and then you're like a week or two later it bounces back and you're like, oh, if I had only held. That doesn't work, guys, okay? Please take these losses like a champ. Realize that they're super important learning experiences, and these lessons are going to just make you such a good trader over time. So if you guys stuck to your stop losses, kudos to you guys. I'm really happy. I don't care about the people that have made money on the downtrend. Like, that doesn't matter to me. All that matters to me is the people who are here to learn. They learn with good habits. And a good habit, guys, is sticking to your stop loss, okay? You got to make sure that you stick to it always. So here's the channel. And it broke, of course, right? This channel absolutely 100% with certainty broke down. I'm just trying to draw it more even. I should have just drawn a parallel line, but now I'm too lazy to do it. See this channel? 100% broke. Awesome. In my previous video, I called the top right around this region, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it as well. Let's go to a 1 hour chart. The reason why I thought that that was the top right over there is because of this region right here, pretty much, okay? This region. And then the next region was around 11,200-ish. Lots of resistance in this whole area. Like, we're talking major resistance in this whole area right there. And yeah, there's no way it was gonna hold. It didn't make sense for it to hold there. Not only that, statistically, I believe statistically the 382 level has only held 12% of the time, and the 236 level after a fifth wave right there, that's the 236 level, it has only held 5.5% of the time. This is from me backtracking all of Bitcoin for the past 2 years. It might be at 13%, I can't remember exactly, I'm too lazy to find out, at the 382 fib, but it's about 5.5% after 5 entire waves, okay? That's a very low percentage of it holding, so it was almost expected to break. And here, guys, right here, the count is very off, right? But what we notice is that, okay, it retraced a fairly heavy amount. We're gonna count this wave here for you guys really quickly as well. That's wave 1, that's wave 2, that's wave 3, that's wave 4 and 5 right there. So this one's a very irregular count now. I mean, some people would call it like this, where it's some sort of flat and it ends up overlapping, you know, like I'm not really a big fan of this. Some people would say that it doesn't overlap really by more than a wick on a higher time frame. I'm not really a fan of this either, because the wave 3 impulse is actually not the strongest, right? It's not the strongest at all. It really isn't. If you guys take a look on fib extension, we see that the wave 3 only falls to literally right there, the 78.6 level. So we're saying to ourselves, okay, well, is wave 3 actually, you know, like the weakest or something? But could it be some sort of flat where we actually get a 3 wave? Okay, that's a possibility as well, right? So if we counted this as A, or so, yeah, this is basically A, and that's B, and we're still getting a C somewhere down there. That's a possibility for a flat, absolutely. So we say that this is a 3 wave in a flat. That could be a B, and we can get a C somewhere down there. We'll stick to this basic count for now and assume that it is, okay? Because what we see is usually it'd be like a flat. That's much easier to see. Let's see if we can actually get a flat in here. Flat's basically a channel, let's put it that way, right? And what we're seeing is something like that right now, right? That's actually not bad at all. Okay, seems like we're gonna find some sort of support in here, right, guys? What do you think? Not bad. Hey, that actually looks really good. Wow, I didn't even think we'd find some sort of pattern this early, but I guess we're spotting it, guys. That's freaking awesome. Oh yeah, that looks good, guys. Doesn't that look good right there? Yeah, that looks pretty good, I have to admit. Let's see what this makes right here, okay? Let's see what kind of pattern this makes. Let's see if this actually ends up holding true. I tweeted that if it breaks 10,200 right here, that we're done. The Bears have officially won. And of course we broke it. All we needed to do, depending on the wave count, if this was A, B, C, and that was actually X, like in my previous count, as soon as we broke below the 10,200 range, we would have automatically assumed that that was a wave failure. And because we assumed that it was a wave failure, then either way it would have validated our impulse wave failure retracing more than 100% based on Elliott wave's rule that wave 2 and 4 cannot retrace more than 100% of wave 1 and wave 3. So regardless of the count, I'm preferring this count right here, to be quite honest. I'm preferring this 1, 2, 3 count right there than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for B perhaps, right? It's a really weird count, guys. I don't want to get into the Elliott wave counts too much tonight. I just wanted to give you guys a quick review of what has happened, and we have officially broken out this channel, which is the most important thing I think that we can all agree on right now, right? And I just want to talk about some support zones that I see right now. So eventually I think this is gonna, trend somewhere to the 236 level. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just based on how it's looking right now, I'm really hoping that we get some sort of channel like that actually. And if this actually was a C touch, it would be amazing if we can actually get an X, if this was ABC. Let's say we got an X somewhere over here. That would actually be very proportional. And then we actually got another ABC to come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's say we got an ABC like that. Just something like that. How would that look? Looks pretty good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe not even like that. Maybe this will end up just being like this, okay? Who knows? I'm just giving you guys kind of a rough idea of how this could possibly end up. That looks pretty decent to me, I'd say. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that could be something like a bearish flag, or sort of bullish flag that could form. This is really speculating, guys. I'm just playing around right now in front of you guys. So let's talk about some support zones that we see right now. Actually, let's leave this on here because it did look pretty good in the channel so far, right? Looked pretty decent, I have to admit. So the first support zone is basically going to be in this region right here. 10K obviously, right? Okay, so one of the first support zones that I'm going to identify for us is of course the 382 Fibonacci level right around here. And that's basically by the wave 1 territory. Around 10K. Just around here. We're going to make a very general range so you guys kind of get an idea. The reason why we use this 10K range is because, well, first of all, it's right by the wave 4 territory, and 10K is a very strong psychological support. And we'll get into this in much more detail down the road as well. So this is support 1, between 95.60 about to 10K. Okay, and the second support zone will be roughly wave 1 territory, right here, just around here, okay? And this will basically be at between 87.50. And don't worry guys, as we get closer to the time and where it gets there, I'll be updating you guys. Can you guys even count a day where I've missed a TA? No, you haven't, I bet. I've done my TA for you guys every single day for a long time now, so keep counting on it, no worries. I enjoy doing this for you guys. And for myself, that's the truth, okay? The truth is I gotta do the TA for myself anyways, and please understand that to me it is like a game, right? Like really guys, this is like a puzzle for me, okay? I really enjoy doing it, and I find it doesn't have an answer, right? These puzzles don't have an answer. It's not like, oh yeah, there's a correct answer, but I do see it like a like a very difficult puzzle that you try to just play around with, right? Like a strategy game almost. And you try to see what makes sense and what doesn't by using probability. And then I will use the golden pocket area as well, of course, and slightly lower than it. That'll be my support range 3. This would be about 7,900 to 8,250, right there. So I hope you guys can see this, because I'm going to extend it out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to extend it out just kind of like that. Sorry for doing your own time here, but I don't want to pause the video. I don't like editing it. It just takes a while. So this makes a lot of sense to me. Let's change the font here, and I'll write in here for you guys to understand as well that this one is a decent probability. All right, okay. This one will be a good probability. Good probability. I'd say this one's lower. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write good as well. You know what? I don't want to scare the market. Who am I kidding? I shouldn't do this. I can't see it retracing this much. We'll get into it when it comes a little bit closer, okay? Is that fair or what? 24. So this one was going to be a lower probability one right here, okay? So this is a lower probability support zone. This is a second support zone, and this is the third support zone. This is the channel support, which I can now delete for us. This I can delete as well. That I can delete. That I can delete. Okay. So I'm going to assume that this is a 3-wave flat. Basically, that's happening in there. All right. 3 waves. That's how I'm going to look at it for now. I don't have any other choice but to look at it like that for now until there's more data that comes in. Then we'll get a very good idea of what it could possibly be called. So yeah, that's the first support zone, guys. 95, 60 to 10K. And I'm going to be sure to update you guys with the correct Elliott wave pattern in the future. And I want to make note of one clear thing right here, which is where is it? 786 level. Okay. If we retrace this 786 level, I'm actually going to be a little bit worried. I'm going to write in it just like my other one here for you guys to understand that if we retrace heavily to below 786, like below 7,290 or something, I gotta actually move this a little bit and adjust it, okay? 75, 60. Like around this range, we'll just say, okay? It's not perfect, the number, but like around 79, and there are no signs of bullish momentum to reverse. There will be some concern to consider and a medium to longer term bear trend. Does that make sense? If we retrace heavily to below this line right here, the 786 region, below 7,290, and there are no signs of bullish momentum to reverse, there will be some concern to consider, and there will be some concern, and will consider rather, and will consider a medium to longer term bear trend. Okay, this is it right here. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Right here. And then if it retraces to, you know, 6,000 right here, like that, whatever that was before, the low was 6,000, we'll just say. Was that the low, guys? I don't remember. I think it was, right? Like the absolute low here. 6K, yeah, 6,000 was pretty much the number. All right. So if it retraces below this one right here, we're in trouble. We're in major trouble. If we break 6,000 range with conviction and volume, we will consider a major wave failure and reevaluate. Though I don't see this likely for now, and we'll remove a 6K range off the table until further data proves otherwise. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Excuse me. If we break 6,000 range with conviction and volume, we will consider a major wave failure and reevaluate. Though I don't see this likely for now, and we'll remove a 6K range off the table until further data proves otherwise. Okay, makes sense? These are my thoughts for now. I hope that this makes sense for you guys. I just wanted to give you guys this video because I know a lot of people are extremely worried right now, put it that way, okay? And I know you guys are counting on me for these types of videos, and I'm extremely tired if you can't tell right now. So I apologize if I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I haven't really pushed myself this much before, but a lot of people were asking for videos and for an update. So here I am at 5 in the morning for you guys. So I'm sounding like a martyr, aren't I? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like that at all. At the same time, like, I want to do this, okay? Please, I'm sorry, let me backtrack there. I want to do this for you guys, okay? And I also want to catch myself up as well. And I'm used to pushing myself to the limit, so just disregard what I said there. So we officially broke out of this channel. Let me just screenshot this really quickly before I remove things off the table, okay? There we go. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit closer here, just so you guys understand that we have broken out of the channel, right? We have broken out of the channel, and I will expect some sort of ABC in here to happen, okay? And now, if we take a look in here, we're kind of getting a, we're getting a double bottom here with a really long wick on a 2-hour time frame with lots of volume as well. On a 4-hour time frame, what are we getting here? Not really a bullish candle yet. Definitely not a bullish candle yet. The daily is probably nasty. Yeah, it's pretty nasty, that candle there. It's like a bearish engulfing followed by pretty much a hammer like that, but still nasty. Actually, was it a hammer? I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's a inverted hammer, actually. Interesting. Yeah, but an inverted hammer is not a good thing in this type of scenario, guys. Interesting, but it's not a good sign, trust me. If we got a bullish engulfing candle, that might actually be pretty good. But it seems like this channel is actually going to hold for now, right? It's going to hold for now. I'm going to wait for it to get to the top. I'm thinking it'll probably end up getting to maybe up here right now, right? Where it usually likes to make a test at the resistance, which was previously a support. So the channel was a previously support. Usually it tries to break up into it again, where it gets rejected, and that will confirm the official downtrend, and more shorts will have been entered there. It's a lot of volume, guys. Like, that's a lot of volume from the fifth wave up there. A lot of volume from today as well. That was a big downtrend, guys. I was there for the entire time. Like, literally, I was there for all of it, and yeah, I was extremely happy. You know, like, that fell a really big amount, guys. If you caught it, wow, it was an 8% drop. We're talking like an 8% drop in 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. That's scary. I shorted it pretty darn well, though, of course. You guys know me better than that. I'm a bear. So now we're just waiting for C to finish up here and see what's going to happen. I'm just waiting for it to fall into one of my support zones right here, okay? And then I'm going to keep you guys updated throughout the weeks. And that's kind of it for now. So right now, it's kind of a no trade zone, to be quite honest, until things settle down a little bit, until it further corrects, and until we get signs of some confirmation of solid support. You got to ask yourself though, like 236, was it really a reasonable level for it to hold? And the answer was absolutely not. Is it possible for 382 to hold? Yes, 12% of the time, but will it? Maybe, maybe not. A more realistic zone is this one's got a decent probability, okay? But of course, the good probability one will be this region right there. This one will be like okay, but you know what? It'll be a very healthy correction, but we got to keep in mind the wave one peak happens to fall in the 0.5 Fibonacci level as well. So this one's much more likely, the probability, and I've done a lot of calculations as well. This one just seems to make a lot more sense. So I'm basically hoping for anywhere between 8750 to 9K. That's my specific personal range. You guys can of course gauge it however you'd like, but what we can count on together is that this is gonna be, it's gonna be hammered every day, guys. So what I'm hoping for, of course, is that, right? Makes an attempt up there, and then probably another ABC somewhere in here, who knows, right? ABC in a channel where it will touch somewhere in there, and then it'll eventually bounce upwards like that. We'll see how it goes though, okay? We need a lot more data, and I'll keep you guys updated this afternoon when I get up, okay? Other than that, have a great day, guys. Good job if you guys stuck to your stop losses. Even better job if if you guys entered short and made some money. But the most important thing to take away from this downtrend is that you guys all learned a very valuable lesson. And with that, it comes a lot of experience. And with experience, you guys are going to have more skills. You're going to be able to add more weapons to your arsenal of tools to win and succeed in the market. So other than that, baby whales, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your love and your support. Let's stay tuned. Let's make sure we exercise extreme discipline and caution around this time, because this, if anything that it's taught us in the past few days, is that Bitcoin can really screw over every single altcoin, and especially a newer trader. If you were a newer trader in this game, you probably got obliterated, I bet, right? You probably got obliterated. I bet you guys, a lot of you guys are still holding coins, right? Myself, for example, I was in a lot of positions, but they were all short positions, right? Long? No way, right? A lot of people who have been in the market for a long time, they thrive for this type of volatility because they will short the market very hard. And that's what my group of friends and I did. And we came out very well ahead. Other than that, I actually entered a short around 11,400, but I closed my position because I wasn't feeling it, right around there. Actually, 11.5. Sorry, I said that wrong. 10,500 is when I entered the short, but I closed it because I wasn't feeling it, broke even. As soon as it broke the trend line with conviction around 10,400-ish, shorted again, rode it to literally 10,100 about. It's pretty good. And I also went long at about 10,100 to 10,200. So it was a very, very good night for myself of trading in a few short hours there. Yeah, I would appreciate an upvote on Steemate, guys. That would mean the world to me. And please like, subscribe, and share the material as well. And I'll provide you guys with an update later this afternoon. Thanks for your time, and please stay cautious. Bye now.